Hi, lovers. I'm finally here. And I have to tell you guys about my day. I saw 2 Scorpios today. And I just got out of an hour and a half long traffic. I was in traffic for literally a whole solid hour and a half. So the first Scorpio I saw today, as soon as I saw him, he gave me a hug. When he was like, "Oh, I need you." And I was like, "Oh, I need you too." He was like, "No, really, I need you." And I was like, "Okay." And then my other Scorpio friend I saw later in the day, I got her a gift and she came and we just sat and talked and we just vibed for like, I don't know, almost maybe an hour. But I saw 2 Scorpios today and I thought that was interesting that today, literally the only 2 people I saw were Scorpios. And it is the Scorpio new moon. So happy Scorpio new moon. Let me look at the chat really quick. Hi, is everyone? How is everyone? And I know y'all feel this. I know y'all feel this energy. I saw a tweet today and someone was like, the devil works hard, but Scorpio season works harder. And I was like, that's accurate. I see you guys were talking in the chat. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Christina. I just got a haircut. All right, I see you guys. Some of you were talking about twin flames here earlier. I was seeing that. Let me see. All right, so we're in here. So what I really wanted to just open with this is that right now is a very pivotal time in people's personal transformations. Like right now is that time in people's life where you're going to have to make a move before next year. Like there's some sort of raw sort of initiation that's happening, or there's something that's being pulled. Some things are being severed right now. Some things are starting to merge. But this new moon, and it's in trine to Neptune. So this new moon is trining Neptune and also sextiling Pluto. So I feel like there's this need for everybody for the rest of this week. The nodes right now are at 29 degrees Cancer and Capricorn already. This is cardinal energy now. The nodes being in cardinal signs is meaning destiny is going to require action for the next 18 months. Like it's going to require actually initiating things. We're going to actually have to change things and act on things because that's cardinal. And with it being Cancer, this is going to be our heart. This is going to be, we're going to have to do things that our heart says. We're going to have to act in ways that supports our emotional body. I feel over the next 18 months, emotional intelligence is going to be growing within the collective. So where we are now, new moon in Scorpio, is like, what do you really, really, really want? And what you want, is it what you need? Because as we move into now, moving into early next year, Neptune and Saturn are going to be making contacts. Jupiter is going to be scoring Neptune. And we're going to find ourselves, some of us are going to find ourselves in a pickle. Like some of us are going to find ourselves in a space where we're in a life that we've manifested, but is it what we need? Is it something that we just wanted? Is it something that we were driven towards? Was it something that we just like kind of like in an addictive way or obsessive way, or we were just feeding into something we want and we did something? Or is this actually going to support our soul? Like, is this going to actually support what we want deep in our soul? And I feel like this new moon right now is a time to really talk with like your shadow. I feel like this new moon has so much to do with just talking to your shadow, talking to that space in you, that empty void space in you, or that part of you that maybe is a little bit frightening to yourself, and really sit there and speak. It's like this is a new moon to really feel into what what do you need deep inside that maybe even you have just not even wanted to acknowledge? There's a lot of transformation going on right now. I want to look at the chat. And okay, I see you guys talking. Kimberly said looking all glowy. Thank you. Okay. Everybody's talking. So yeah, I feel like right now, you know, and then, so tomorrow Jupiter is going to go into Sagittarius, and this is a game, this is going to change everything. This is going to change everything. I feel like after this weekend, moving into the beginning of next week, oh my God, everything is going to feel really different. And by the 22nd, when the sun moves into Sagittarius season, we're going to have a full moon in Gemini. So really over the next 2.5 weeks, we're going to build like this. Okay, this today is the last day that Jupiter is in Scorpio. Jupiter is at 29 degrees. It's a new moon in Scorpio. By this time next week, there's going to be a way more mutable energy. And the Scorpio energy is going to be less strong. Like once Jupiter leaves and it's home in Sagittarius, Jupiter is going to glow in Sagittarius. Jupiter is going to just literally, energy is just going to exude. Like it's going to be a big energy shift. Maybe not instantly. Some of you will feel it instantly like tomorrow, but really through this weekend, when the moon comes into Sagittarius, that's when people are going to really feel that this shift that's coming. So this new moon, really the next, you could say at least 48 hours, you're needing to really connect with that solid emotional part. You're really needing to get to the, like, what is your emotional stance? What is it in your life right now that you really feel that you've been beckoned to kind of follow? What are you feeling guided towards? What are you feeling really deep in your soul that it's like, if not now, then never. It's like if you don't acknowledge what you really want now, after this whole year of Mars being retrograde, Jupiter being in Scorpio, like if you don't acknowledge the depth of it now, who knows when you really will. And Jupiter in Sagittarius is going to usher in the brave. It's a brave energy. Jupiter is brave in Sagittarius because Jupiter is brave. Jupiter is a god. So in Sagittarius, it rules there because its spirit is brave. It's not afraid. It could look death in the face. It's not afraid. So we're coming into some times of fearlessness. But the thing is, you won't be able to harness the fearless energy and the positive, magical Neptune and Jupiter energy if you didn't really fully go through the Scorpio energy. If you really, truly didn't get to the bottom and clean out your closet and come and realize your emotional stance. If you didn't go, like, this is very essential right now. Like, this energy that we're going to be in over the next 72 hours is very important to go within yourself and really do self-inventory and really do emotional inventory and really figure out, think about this whole year. Where were you maybe just going towards things out of your fears, out of blocks within you, certain patterns that repeated themselves? And where are you now knowing that you need to go this way because it's something that scares you? Right now is a time where a lot of people are going to face a fear or they're not. And they're going to acknowledge that they're afraid of something and they're going to do it anyway. And some people are going to totally do something different to avoid the fear. Some people right now are in like little places in their life where they have fear for something that they want. And you're either going to face the fear and do it, or you're going to not do it. You're going to let the fear win. And then that's going to divert you to another path where you're going to attract another lesson of something else that you're scared of. Like right now, people are in places in their life where there are things in front of you that you are uncomfortable with, that you maybe have shame towards, that you have pushed really deep inside. There's certain things that we're needing to get through now in order to really, really take in this new godly adventure energy that is really, really right among us, right up under us. And again, really by the weekend, once the moon is in Sagittarius and goes over Jupiter, that is going to be when people really feel this. But, you know, and I think that just the idea of fear as well. Many of you could be feeling right now like you're not scared of anything anymore. Some of you could be in a space right now where you're just not scared of anything anymore. You are ready for the divine to take you. Like you are ready for whatever is about to be in store. And those of you that are in that vibration, you know, my godly, heroic energy people, if you feel like you're just going where you're going to be taken, if you are in a place right now where you're surrendering and you're trusting and you are letting things fall into place, these are the people that are going to be set free. Like these are the people who are going to experience such a sort of catalyst moment. And I would like to say by December, when we have the new moon in Sagittarius, that is going to be a big point. And later in this month also, November 25th, Neptune goes direct. And that's also going to be a time moving into December where there's clarity, you guys, where you're going to see this Scorpio new moon is like the last moment of truly being in the dark, if that makes sense. It's like this is your last kind of 72 hours to just be searching in the dark still. Because once Jupiter leaves Scorpio, the investigator and that flashlight isn't there anymore. It's not. And Jupiter in Sagittarius coming in right now is kind of where everybody, you're just going to have your light. You're going to just have to know what you know. You're going to have to be in your light body. You're going to have to sort of move into the vibration of I am what I am. So there can't be these densities inside still bringing you down. So this new moon is important. And I feel like that's why it's making trine to Neptune to really help people tap into the angelic realm and really tap into peace. And really just, you know, stop expecting things and also stop having resistance. Let go of your resistance. Whatever you are resisting right now, why are you doing that? You know, it's like you either have to receive it or let it go. You have to do something with something right now. I feel the need to say that. Like many of you could feel like there are situations in your life lingering and you need to do something about it. You need to come to a stand on it. You need to make a decision on something. And a lot of these things going on right now it's stuff that many of you feel on a soul level. Like you feel like there's just certain things in your life or people or relationships or circumstances that you want to get to the real core of it. And that's what this new moon is all about. Especially depending on where it is in your chart. Let me read through the chat. Mother Mia said, I'm ready for anything. It took a long time to get here. Yes. A lot of you right now could feel like you have been really trudging through internally. Like many of you could feel like, me, for example, ever since Scorpio season started and really just October itself, I have been in the dark. I have been in my own subconscious state and going through my own processing. Like a lot of you right now could feel like you have already been doing a lot of this work and a lot of transforming. So some of you could just feel you're at a point where you're not going to let anything hold you back. You're not going to let anything stand in your way. You're going to banish your doubt. Like you're going to banish through your fears because you feel like you have already gone through enough inside to where you're ready now to be this better version of yourself. Like you want to be the raw you. I can guarantee all of you right now, you want to be the raw you right now because the raw you is going to get you your destiny. Like the real raw you that isn't limited by your fears or limited by your paranoia or your doubt or limited by your secrets. The real raw you that just is the you that's going to take you to where you truly need to be. This whole Scorpio season and really just this new moon as well it's the end of veneer. It's the end of false persona. Like this is it's at least those who are aware and who are conscious and understanding of these energies, not the whole collective, but for many, many people right now, this Scorpio new moon energy in a weird subconscious way is getting you to see beyond your fears, getting you to see the you beyond the way you limit yourself, if that makes sense. It's like this energy right here is this is for my people who are not afraid to challenge. Like this is the type of new moon for my people who are not afraid to change, who are not afraid to challenge themselves and to grow and to really let things go. I mean, all things go. All things go. I just woke up Zori. All things go. All things go. I feel 1 minute, then we got it, then it's gone. All things go. At least the things that aren't right for us. Like at least the things we don't need, they go. Emmanuel Reyes is here. All things go. We go. And Zori is awake. This is the first live stream. Zori is awake, you guys. She has never made it to any other one, I don't think. Sorry. No, not feeling it. But this live stream, this new moon, this season, how can you just say fuck it? Like I feel like this new moon Scorpio is to just say fuck it. Like I'm not gonna just be in a trap. I'm not gonna be in a cage. I'm not gonna hold myself back from light or experience. Because the thing about Jupiter shifting is this is bringing new experience. That's what Jupiter is. People say wisdom. In a lot of ways, no. Jupiter is your experiences because your experiences bring you wisdom. That's the only way we learn, to really go through it. That's Jupiter. And also it's like we can learn from our wins. That's Jupiter. Like we can learn from our losses. That's Saturn. Both are teachers. So tonight, really until tomorrow, Eastern time, 9 a.m. 9 a.m. is when Jupiter moves into Sagittarius tomorrow. So really from now until then, I feel like it's very important for a lot of you to just like ooze with yourself. Be honest. If you could have anything that you wanted right now, like, let me get my wand. If you could just go, you know, with a little flick of a wand and you could just have what you really desired, why not ask for that? Why not? Like, why don't people go for the number one thing, the A thing? I feel like this new moon has a lot to do with that. It's like, why are you thinking about a plan B, a plan C, and alternative routes? You're not even being real about the route you really want to take. So this is about believing in the first choice. This is about believing in your real raw desire. No matter how far deep inside it may seem or how far-fetched it may seem, you know, Scorpio is weird. Scorpio is weird like Aquarius is weird. And it's that grungy sort of like, you don't know me energy, right? So this Scorpio new moon is like, this is you to yourself. This is people right now are figuring out parts of themselves that they've hid from themselves, that they were trying not to understand in themselves. And now, if you really could desire, if you really could have what you desire, what is it then? Where do you want your soul to lead you now? Where do you really, truly, where will you be fulfilled? What is going to fulfill you? And again, this is going to have a lot to do with where Scorpio is in your chart. A lot of you need to look where that is in your chart, because that's going to give you a big, big hint. But nonetheless, this has everything to do about letting go of everything that's on the surface, letting go of everything that's superficial. If you feel like something is just not gonna really be what you want it to be, if there's things in your life right now, think about, do you really truly have, it's not even desire, but integrity. You need to have integrity. So whatever you're desiring, do you also have integrity to that? Do you really, like, because a lot of people right now are also falling into these energies of, you just want your fix. Like, you just want to go down the path. Like, some of you're lonely, so you just want this person. But is that really the right person for you? Like, is that really your person? Are you looking for that? You know what I mean? Like, some of you are doing things and you're exerting these different energies out, but it's like, instead of exerting all of these different things outwards, why not stop doing that and focus in all your energy now on what you really want? This is a very, very powerful manifestation moon. Like, this is a new moon where many of you can just simply affirm something and it will be. Like, as long as you say it and believe it, it is so. It will be. You know, we only have one new moon every year of each sign. Scorpio moons are very powerful. Like, Scorpio and Virgos and Virgo moon seasons are like witch energies, witch moons. And this is the only Scorpio new moon that we have all 2018. And it's with Jupiter and Scorpio on its last day at 29 degrees. This is about you feel it. There's something that's just picking and picking and picking, or there's something that's just swelling up and swelling up and swelling up, or there's a desire. Some of you feel like you're getting closer and closer to something, or you're getting hotter and hotter. Something is becoming hotter and hotter to you, like you're getting closer to it. And there's just this, it's like this surge. It's something that's just bubbling up. And many of you have to believe that you're worthy. Like, many of you have to believe that you are worthy enough to have what you really want, that you are worthy enough and divinely guided enough and protected to go after what you want, even if you feel you won't have it, even if you feel like you're wrong for that, or even if you feel like you're selfish. There's a part of everyone right now that needs to accept themselves as is, whether it is selfish, whether it is crazy. Whatever it is, if you really truly are moved by it and you're really truly pulled by it and it really does feel right for you and it fulfills you, then it's nobody's business. It's nobody's business. Scorpio season in itself is nobody's business season. So right now is the time where people, you need to check with yourself. You need to ask yourself. You can't think about the karma you're going to make with anyone else. You have to think about your karma right now. This is a time, this new moon is about reestablishing new karmic contracts. And this is about signing off on old ones you're done with. This is a new moon to cut cords. Like, this is a new moon to detach. This is a new moon to really, truly let it burn. Like, let something burn. Scorpio, we always resonate Scorpio with the Phoenix. And it's like, this is a new moon to really set it on fire. Like, put the Phoenix energy, put death to certain things so that now you can go into your new life. This is the type of this, I'm feeling it like this Scorpio new moon to me. And by this weekend, when Jupiter is in Sag and the moon is going to be in Sagittarius, I feel like it's a car engine that's been trying to start, and then finally it starts. And this Scorpio new moon is when you're just like, vroom, vroom, and you're just like grinding through certain things and you're just heating up certain things. And a lot of people are putting pressure to certain things, or they're putting certain pressures on themselves. Or you're very, very focused inwardly. You're being pensive. Many of you could feel very pensive this season so far, like you're introspective, and you're focusing on things, or you're reading into things more. Some of you could just feel more isolated, like you haven't really been around people that much, even if you usually are. Because it's a time to really, it's like nobody is going to get you what you want but you. If you don't decide it, if you don't choose it, if you don't affirm it, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. I feel like people don't really realize that with water signs. Like, a lot of people think that, you know, water signs, they always live in their own their emotional world, and they have like these big love stories and stuff. And people think that, oh, that just is their life. And it's like, no, that's because water signs are willing to make a fool of themselves for their emotions. Water signs are willing to feel. They make themselves do it. They sacrifice their ego, or they sacrifice how they are being perceived. They sacrifice a lot of things to just get out their emotions, because that's what feels right. And I feel like in Scorpio season, a lot of you now, maybe what you really feel, you feel wrong for it, or you feel embarrassed, or you feel like, how could I really want this when I have all of this? you know? But I also want to say this isn't a time to just like this is not a time to start a brand new path. This is a time to crystallize and purify the path you're already on. Like this is a time to get all of the trash out of your road. This is a time to not just jump and start this whole new thing, but to really truly like do new pavement on your path. This is like when a street is closed off because they're making the streets look better, the roads, and they're putting the white stuff, and like the street is perfect. This is like this moment. Then this new moon in Scorpio is when you almost just, it's like a very smooth, clean, just when you just clear this. This is about having faith too. This is about having trust. Do you really trust that you're here to experience what you want? Do you really trust and believe that you deserve happiness, that you deserve to be fulfilled, that you deserve to have your desires fulfilled? Like, do you really believe in your dreams? Do you really believe in your real, true self? Even the weird you, the dark you, the sad you, whatever it is, do you really, truly, do you ride for you? Like, do you go hard for you? This is a new moon about going hard for yourself, no matter what that really is going to do to people around you, because the people who go hard for you are going to understand. This is a new moon about doing what your soul is really urging you to do, that you've probably known for a while you need to do. And maybe it's not even an action. For some of you, this is just a state of mind. For some of you, this is just a feeling. For some of you, this is just a new awareness, a new strong intuitive pull. But either way, you know that your life is sort of like, this is a new moon to be okay with things going out of control. This is a new moon for accepting that you may not know how this is going to go, but nonetheless, you're going to go on this road. Like you don't really know where it's going to end up. You had certain feelings, but this is the road. Like this is the road. This is a new moon where many of you are if you've been doubting yourself, or if you've been feeling kind of low, or you've been feeling like not super proud of yourself or not very inspired, this new moon could really usher energy, especially after the Jupiter changes signs, where now all of a sudden you feel like, but wait, why wasn't I 100% on my team? Like, why wasn't I really truly like going hard for myself? And why would I expect anything to go hard for me, or some magical things to happen when I wasn't even truly being in my power or being in my real true self? And I'm hearing bite the bullet. Some of you also are needing to just end things now. You're needing to just end things. You're needing to let go of certain narratives. Some of you have been like haunting yourself, self-sabotaging yourself. Some of you have been letting certain things just carry on, and certain stories in your head or certain things. And you've just been letting the things that don't really matter. And you've been letting things that are outside of you, not even really true to you, affect you and kind of get in your way from what you really need to do now. This new moon has everything to do with the mission, the soul's mission. This isn't the mission that you just think. Like, no matter who you are right now, no matter who somebody is, everybody right now has a plan. And then the universe has a plan that's better than that plan. Like, everybody right now thinks that they are going to go down this path. And if you think that it's all going to go as planned, you are fucking playing yourself. Like, if you think that you know exactly how something is going to be right now, if you are seeking control right now, if you are seeking to, grip on something right now and see it through detail by detail, you are fucking playing yourself. And in that way, you're disrespecting source. You're disrespecting the universe, because if you really think that you're going to know it detail by detail like that, you don't believe in just the hand. You don't believe in just the waving hand. You don't believe in or you can believe, but you don't really believe. Like, this is a time to have real belief in your soul that everything in your life is going to work out fated. That as long as you're real to yourself and you're true and honest with yourself, your path is unfolding. Even if you think it's so beyond you, even if you don't know how it's going to happen. Many of you right now want soulmates. Many of you right now want to manifest like a perfect relationship, or you're in relationships and you're wanting certain energies. And it's like, well, you first off need to just let go of the expectation. You need to immediately let go of the expectation, because the expectation you have is ruining it. It's ruining it. The universe can literally wave magic around you all day, but if you are holding on to control, you create an armor around you that is impierceable. And then something has to happen that hurts you to make you stop. Like people who are very fixated on control, the universe, you will think the universe is against you. People who are very into control always think at a point in their life the universe is against them. And it's like, no, if I'm swirling magic around you, but you are gripping on to where you're at and staying on it, you're not going to be swept up in that magic. You're fighting against source. A lot of you right now could realize that you're fighting against source, that you're fighting against your real self. That there's parts of you that are awakening and that you're tapping into, and you don't even know what to do with it. You don't even know how to handle it. Some of you suppressed parts of you are coming up that you've suppressed for so long that you don't even know where to start. And it's just like this day by day thing. That's why a lot of people go ghost in Scorpio season and they just fall off, because people are dealing with things. People are dealing with things. Skeletons are crawling out of the closet. And it's like at the same time, it's almost like Scorpio is like a paranormal energy. Like Scorpio energy is when someone has gone through like a paranormal experience and they're scared as fuck, or something really, really weird happened, like a light went out of nowhere in front of them and it scared them. But Scorpio energy is also like when you just did like a whole bunch of lines of coke and you're in a strip club and you're looking out into all the strippers and like the lights are kind of just dazing and you're kind of just slumped too. Like Scorpio energy is also when you're basically in an emotional coma, when you're just deeply, deeply induced in the emotional state. I think Future, the rapper Future, is a Scorpio, or maybe a Scorpio moon, but you could even think of energy like that, like just like bass and being in energy, being inside of things. So Scorpio season, we are all inside of something. This is why a lot of you feel trapped, because you're trying to get out of something, but you're in yourself. You can't run from yourself. You can run from anything, but you will not run from yourself. I promise y'all that. This Scorpio new moon, you're not going to be able to run away from what you really want. And you can't fight fate either. You can't fight fate. A lot of you right now need to give it up to fate. A lot of you right now need to let this be known, like, hey, I'm just letting fate take over right now. Like, I can't tell you anything, or some of you need to tell this to yourself. Like, hey, I cannot keep putting this pressure on myself. I cannot keep putting myself in these positions where I'm being harder on myself. Like, I have to just let my soul run its course now. A lot of you are going to find that this new moon is really, really urging you to just, I'm hearing, don't know what I'm doing, but it feels right. Feels right. Like a lot of you right now are going to just kind of go with what feels right. And you're just going to just kind of submerge. Scorpio energy is like the submarine deep in the ocean. And the man in there with just the one other guy, and it's just really quiet. And if you guys weren't in the submarine right now, you would be crushed. You would literally be crushed. That's Scorpio energy. A lot of you right now feel like that, like you're in a submarine inside of your soul and you're just moving through there and you don't want to get crushed. You need your air. You need your oxygen. Thank God Mars is in Aquarius. But this is a time to, write it down. If you feel like you don't really know, if you feel like what I'm saying is resonating with you, but you don't know how to pinpoint it, you don't know what it is, you need to pinpoint it then. You need to write a list, things that you love, things that you're grateful for, things that you don't like, things that you desire, things you want to get rid of. You need to pinpoint things. You need to get closer to yourself. You need to get more intimate with yourself. Maybe you need to just meditate in the showers from now on. Like instead of playing music or whatever, just close your eyes and breathe for that time and just meditate with yourself. Talk to spirit. A lot of people don't talk to source enough. A lot of people feel so lost inside, or they feel so that they're surrounded by darkness because they're not letting in the light, because you're not even asking for help. You're not even really connecting with source. You're not even believing that you can get out of the dark. Who knows, if you would have really believed you didn't have to be in the darkness, maybe how a lot faster you would have got out of it. And this is why like evolved Scorpios are extremely spiritual masters. Like they don't stay dark for longer than they can pull themselves out of dark. out of darkness, and they can do it powerfully. They can swiftly get out of situations that maybe prior they would have drowned in. A Scorpio energy can spot dangerous things, and especially danger to itself. Let me check the chat. I haven't checked the chat in a minute, and I'm gonna sip my drink. Oh, I see. Mercy versus Merciless. Mercedes is in here. Valerie is in here. Valerie Solano. Let me see. I'm drinking a beer. Mother Mia said, point me to a high vibrational Scorpio male, please. You know, a lot of people were wishing for that. A lot of people want that. I feel you, though. Let me see. I'm reading through the chat, you guys. So how do you guys feel? Hi, Alexis Johnson. How do you evolve as a Scorpio? That's a really good question. To be honest, you face your fears. That's the only way a Scorpio evolves. They have to face their fears. Okay, I'm gonna take some of my drink, and then I'm gonna talk more with you guys in the chat. Alexandra, you didn't miss the signs individually. I'm gonna get into that really soon. So if you guys want, light some sage or just kind of relax. Let my throat relax. How long was I even talking? I don't even know how long I was talking for. Oh, well, I can't see it. It doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to drink and... Ooh, Cynthia. She's burning Palo Santo. Toodle said, what does it mean if your Pluto is in Scorpio? That's generational. Pluto is generational. That means you're part of a generation that really, really transformed what taboo was. Like, because of the Pluto Scorpio, when that all began, and let's see, the 80s and 90s mainly, and you guys really transformed stigma. The reason that we have like when vampire stuff started getting really popular, and like more people started getting tattoos, and more people started to get into spirituality and occult sort of things, that was all Pluto Scorpio generation. That was generational. Like, your Pluto is personal in your chart, definitely, and especially if it makes aspects to your personal planets. But what it means in a whole is it's a generational aspect, just like Neptune and Uranus. So it means that you're part of a generation that is in the dark. Like, the Pluto Scorpio people, y'all know the dark, you're in the dark, and you have deep, powerful relationships. You connect very deeply to things. Y'all have gone through deep, dark situations in your life. You have experienced a lot of eerie sort of things, Pluto Scorpio generation people. I'm like a hybrid. My Pluto went into Sagittarius in 1995. I was born 1995, and I have Pluto 0 degrees Sagittarius, but it was retrograde. So literally a month later, a lot of people like that I grew up with were Pluto Scorpio, and some of us were 0 degrees Pluto Sag. So I'm right there at that cusp. I'm like the hybrid. I'm all 95 people. Anybody you guys know born in 95 is a hybrid person. Like, they have very split energies. Also 95 at that time, Uranus was 29 degrees Capricorn. So only later in that year, Uranus switched into Aquarius. So there's a lot of people, some people born 95 have Uranus 0 degrees Aquarius and Pluto 0 degrees Sagittarius. So it's very powerful year. I was born March 15th. My sun sign is 24 degrees Pisces. Third decan, Mars ruled Pisces. Okay, I think I'm going to pull the cards. I want to pull the cards, and then after I pull the cards, I'll answer more questions. But I really want to get into the cards right now. And I'm going to start with Aries. Or you know what? I'm going to start with a card for everyone, and then we'll get into Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and I'm going to do all the way to Pisces. But first, let's start with just this new moon in Scorpio. I have been pulling the Father of Wands so much the past few days. But 2 cards out. Go back to the screen. Father of Wands and the Fool. We pulled the Fool. We pulled the Fool, you guys. This tells me it's like this is a new beginning based off that drive within, that inner drive, that car engine. This to me is like some of you right now, there is something really being, there's a fire in you that cannot be put out. It can only just be started or escalated. Some of you, I feel like this Scorpio new moon has a lot to do with something you're deeply feeling into, and it's like a fire that cannot be put out. So the only thing you can really do is like blast off from it and like be the flame from it. Many of you right now, there's certain fires that you feel so strongly into, and it's like you're becoming that fire and something is really sparking off. Like a flame is being lit. Like there is a flame that is burning in you. Many of you right now are discovering your inner flame that will never be put out. Your deep, true inner fire is coming out now, and it is a brand new beginning. Wildfire, exactly. It is a wildfire, and it's an internal wildfire. So these cards that I pull, I feel like these are going to apply for really over the next week and a half. But also there's going to be a lot of new energy coming in next week. You guys see Zori sleeping? Okay, let's start with Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. Even Aries, Venus. So interesting. The card I just pulled for Aries is 3 of Swords. Bottom of the deck right now, Ace of Cups, 2 of Wands, 3 of Swords, Ace of Cups, 2 of Wands. I'm hearing a wound that you thought would never heal. And then we have Death card popping out, Scorpio's energy. Scorpio's energy. Aries, I feel like this new moon for you in Scorpio, Page of Swords, Daughter of Swords. Some of you have been communicating. You've been communicating with someone about pain, or you've had certain thoughts. You've been communicating a lot about certain things that are hurting you, or certain things that you want to change emotionally, certain things that you're moving on from. Aries, I feel like this Scorpio new moon for you, and really over the next week and a half, there's something that you thought would always hurt that is going to be healed. Something that just, a part of you that feels broken, Aries, is about to be completely filled up. Like a part of you that feels empty is about to be completely healed and filled up. Or a part of you that you just haven't accepted, or you shamed, or a part of you that has just been really broken, that's about to all just wash away. And I feel like it's about to wash away because there's something to look forward to now. There's an adventure to go on. You're in the headspace of vision right now, Aries. It's like some of you may have been held back to really vision because of the certain things you were dealing with inside, because of the certain heartaches or just disappointments. I feel like some of you have just been very disappointed this year for certain things. And now there's this energy coming in that's going to really heal that and like wash away so that you can dream again, so that you can vision for yourself again. And you can see into the future and no longer look towards the past. And I feel like there's just something really, really transforming within you guys' thought process. I think that a lot of you you're showing up differently now in your mind. You're thinking about things differently. You're trying to see into the future differently. Some of you, I think you're starting to come from a deeper place of compassion. And I think a lot of you are realizing that it's really, at the end of the day, it's just what you tell yourself. Like, it's all a matter of your mind and what you say to yourself that needs to change. Some of you, your perception needs to change. There's something about your perception that needs to transform in order to really, really, truly see into the future and feel good about it. And then bottom of the deck with that, we have Temperance cards, Sagittarius's energy. This is also a card of peace. I feel like there's a lot of peace coming to Aries, but it's in the point where you kind of just surrender and let yourself be moved, let yourself change, let it just let it unravel, just let the future unfold. Now there's something that's healing from the past, so now you just have to let this new process unfold before you and be open. Aries, be open. You have to be open. Taurus. Taurus, we have the Tower. The Tower. We have the Tower. Something is Five of Swords, Taurus. Five of Swords. And Knight of Wands. Oh, Taurus. Taurus. I feel like there is going to be a conflict, Taurus. I feel like there's going to be a sort of disagreement. You may get in an argument with someone. There may be some sort of power struggle or disagreement. Some of you, though, I feel are finally breaking away from something that was holding you back. You've been playing a certain mind game. Some of you have been playing a certain chess game. It's a power struggle. You've been in power struggles with certain people or certain thoughts that you've had in your mind, like within your own thought processing, you've been having these battles. And I feel like there's going to be some sort of shakeup, Taurus. But I feel like if this is with a person, there's going to be some sort of argument that you're gonna just bounce back after it. Like Knight of Wands with that tells me that you're gonna like see something, you're gonna see someone's true colors, or you're gonna have an argument, or somebody's gonna just say something, or something in your mind is gonna finally shift. Like one of your thoughts is just gonna and some of you may have been dealing with thoughts where you have been subconsciously been thinking you're not as powerful as someone or not as powerful as something. And there's going to be this energy that comes in and makes you realize you're just as powerful. Like you are an equal match. Like you are an opponent. And you're going to find this new sort of energy to cut out something and really, really boss up in your energy. I feel like Taurus, there's a lot of action that's getting ready to be taken in your life. Like you're going to make certain action. You're going to take action based on something that went left, like based on something that didn't go as planned and kind of shook things up. It's almost like there's this shaky ground or something that you've been running on, and then you jump off and you're now on steady ground. Like you're taking action to move you out of certain power struggles that you've been in. And let's pull one more. Some of you need to take action. And Father of Swords coming out. So this could be within Aquarius. I feel like this has something to do with an Aquarius or an Aries, because we have the Emperor and Five of Cups. But some of you, I feel like there has been just this feeling of you're not powerful as enough as you want to be, or you haven't really found a way to, even when you're feeling broken, stand strong. Like some of you have really been struggling, especially because Uranus has been in Taurus. So there's been this shaky feeling like Taurus is not really knowing their personal power, but feeling like they have a lot of it, but still this sort of shaky feeling. And some of you now, I feel like you're not going to be shaky anymore in yourself. You're going to look at something really, really logically, and you're going to look at something very, very rationally and make a decision and act from that space. Many of you now are going to get yourself out of something because you're just acting and knowing what needs to be done. You're being smart, you're being logical, and you're being about what you say you're about. That's really the main message, Taurus. Make sure that you're about what you say you're about. And if you're about something or you don't like how something is, show that. Act on that and make sure that you're not doing anything that you're not comfortable with. Came out again. Knight of Wands just came out again. Taurus, you need to take action. There's something that you need to act on. You need to take action for something. So don't be afraid to assert yourself and assert your power. Soul Whisper, thank you. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Gemini, Venus. 7 of Cups. I'm hearing, I'm lost in the world. I'm down on my mind. I'm new in the city. And I'm down for the night. Down for the night. Gemini, are you lost in the sauce? To me, 7 of Cups is so Pisces, so Mercury and Pisces. Gemini, I feel like Neptune is getting to you. There are certain things that are just very cloudy that you just don't know. You just don't know exactly. There's something that you feel like you're behind the veil of it. Like you don't really see it. Wow. And then we have 3 of Swords and 7 of Pentacles, Gemini. Some of you have been waiting for something to heal and it's not. It doesn't feel better. I feel like there's something that many of you, it's like you've been waiting for your heart to heal. But in a weird way, Gemini, I feel like some of you, it's like I'm hearing self-medicate. I'm hearing like self-induced coma. Like I feel like some of you have been in this, like, it's almost like you've been staying in this place of you don't really know what's going on or you don't really know what to do, kind of just to make more time, but to really face something. Like I feel like a lot of you right now could feel like your healing process is taking a really long time, but you're not really going into something head on. You're kind of just like behind this veil of it. Like there's something that's very confusing to you, Gemini, and I feel like you're kind of just waiting for it to make sense. Let's pull some more cards though. Thank you, Anna. Here we go. Wow. So we have Daughter of Pentacles, the Justice card, and 6 of Cups. Some of you are getting ready to start a new karmic contract in your life within your reality. And this could be something of a soulmate because we have 6 of Cups and Ace of Cups. Many of you, I feel like you're getting ready to start this new contract, but it's almost like, Gemini, some of you, you've like been in a daze, like you've been in some sort of like painful daze, or you've been in some sort of like loopy, like sauce energy. So you haven't really been able, it's almost like when something is on a loop. Thank you, Divine Feminine Dancing. Thank you. Gemini, it's like you've been in this loop and it's like, it's not beginning. It's not ending. You're just like in this loop. And I feel like many of you are really needing to affirm you're out of it now. Like many of you are needing to just set off and have a new goal, set a new goal for yourself and set off in this new path. And I feel like many of you are going to find that once you initiate and you just start this new karmic path and you get yourself out of the loop and you just, it's like a broken record. I'm seeing it almost. And it's like many of you could just click to the next song, but you're just letting it skip and skip and skip. And it's like, if you really want this new beginning, Gemini, you're going to really need to open up your heart to the healing. You're going to really, really need to just, I'm hearing presence, like your emotional presence, your emotional body is very important right now. Like a lot of you, if you're just like drinking a lot or smoking a lot, or you're kind of just being lazy, like lounging around, that's really not good for you right now. I feel like a lot of you need to start going to the gym, or you need to like start journaling, start a new project. You need to take a course. Like you need to initiate something new in your life to start a new karmic contract. And then love can come in and heal what's been hurting you. But it's not going to come in and heal you because look, we have 10 of Swords, bottom of the deck with the Tower. There is an ending that has to happen. There's an inevitable end. There's something that really needs to just come to an end to really, really make you snap and see, like snap out of something and see, like this is your life, Gemini. I'm hearing it's like, this is your life. This is your life, yours. So you get to decide what you do with it. So there's something that's going to kind of abruptly come to an end, but really to just start this new beginning that needs to happen. And then love can really come in. Cancer. Cancer, how many Cancers? Cancer sun, moon, Cancer rising. Cancer sun, moon, and rising. Ooh, 10 of Swords popping out and landing horizontally. 10 of Swords, bottom of the deck with that Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. I'm hearing the testimony. I'm hearing final testimony. Final testimony. I'm hearing like new order. I'm hearing all rise. All rise. Father of Swords. Wow, Cancer. This is all swords. Cancer, there's something that you are not nice about right now. I feel like there's something that you have piercing. You're going to have piercing clarity into something, Cancer. And I'm hearing you are not to be truffled with. Like you are not a fool. Cancer, I feel like you're putting an end to something. Like you're putting an end to something. You're striking your own new beginning in a way. Like there's an end that you're embracing, Cancer. I feel like over this next week or two, there is something that your mind has had enough, Cancer. Like your mind has had enough. And because your mind has just had enough already, you're bringing yourself into the clarity. You are coming into the truth. Like something is like, it's enough. So you're breaking yourself out of it. You're initiating your own mental breakthrough. Cancer, and this makes a lot of sense because now the North Node is in your sign, and this is just like I'm hearing it's enough. Like you're gonna see, Cancer, the real truth, the real truth about something that has been deceiving in your mind, or I'm hearing deadly or dreadful or dense, whatever has been just dense in your mind and stuff. You're initiating yourself out of that through the truth. I'm hearing it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. Like it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. Brad said past keeps coming up and I can't reject fast enough. 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands coming out, Cancer. And 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. 9 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. Cancer, it's like if you've been waiting for something to, if you've been waiting for happiness, Cancer, if you've been waiting for something to just fall into place. And I'm hearing the song, "Oh, I Fall Apart" by Post Malone. Some of you, I feel like, have been falling apart. I feel like you've had a lot of paranoia. You've had a lot of energy kind of rising up in you. You've had a lot of feelings kind of just like inside. And some of you now, it's like, Cancer, just fall apart. Like, just fall apart, or just go into the feeling, like just go into the bliss. And it's like only when you do that, when you really like, it's almost, Cancer, you're gonna like be standing up in your grave. You're gonna be standing upright in your grave in a weird way now that the North Node is in your sign. And it's like now you see death. Like now you see all things clearly. Now you there's something you don't have to wait for anymore. There's something that you don't need to be worried about anymore. It's like your happiness, Cancer, your dream, whatever it is, it's yours. Like it's gonna come to you. You can't miss your bliss, Cancer. You won't miss your bliss. So some of you could feel pressured, like you need to feel happiness, like you need to fix something with your family, or you need to fix something with a relationship, or you need love, or you want love. Like some of you are like on edge because you feel like you need to experience a different level of happiness or something. But you pulled 2 10s, Cancer, and I feel like this has everything to do with just feeling whatever you're feeling and letting truth come out of that. Like you're going to understand something a lot clearer, and you're going to clear a lot of your headspace and a lot of your paranoia and bad energy if you just allow yourself to feel in the moment. And it's like when you just do that, everything is just going to break through. And I'm seeing it as like shattering a glass ceiling. Like something is just going to shatter through, Cancer, and you're going to feel like you have wings. Like you're going to feel like now you just can fly. Like now you just have wings and you can fly. You can just fucking fly. I'm hearing the truth was always yours to keep. The truth was always yours to keep. And now from what you've kept, you have wings and can fly. So definitely something big of realization and a new sort of energy of happiness is coming to y'all. But only in just that moment of just, it's like what I posted on my Instagram yesterday and my little poem that I posted, and it was like that moment, that still moment between life and death is perfect. Like that moment right in between, that's where you are, Cancer. And it's like in that moment echoes perfection. And that moment right between life and death is where you live, and it's where your truth is. And from that moment is where your echoing perfection will start and begin. So y'all already know, before I start with Leo, I have to drink. I have to drink before I go to Leo. Thank you, Brad. I'm hugging you back. Let's see. Elise, that's very true. Only a person themselves knows how to really transform themselves. That's very true. Jennifer said, flying into my bliss at this moment. Yes, I love that. You should do it. Sharon said, I'm so ready to transform into this. Yes, that makes me so happy. You should feel that way. How have y'all been in Venus retrograde? How's that been for y'all? Any good love drama? I'm a third houser. I love the tea. I love the tea. Kai said, follow your bliss. Exactly. Always follow your bliss. And let's get to the lions. The lions. Hey, man. Hey, man. All right, Leo. I always have to like prepare myself for Leo because in Vedic, I'm a Leo moon. In my draconic chart, I'm a Leo sun. And in my Western chart, I'm a Leo Mars. So I have Leo energy. And I think also it's like Leo from Aries to Leo. Leo is when it's my first, I have a personal planet. It's there. So Leo. Hangman was popping out to me. First card out, Hangman. I'm hearing the ceremony. This is the ceremony. These just got stuck like this. Wow, Leo, we have the Fool and 6 of Wands. The Fool and 6 of Wands. Oh my God, Leos are about to like stunt on the whole world. Like Leos are about to come out of their North Node. Like, listen, you guys, first of all, let me just say, Leo, congratulations. The past 18 months, we have had all these eclipses. Do you guys remember 2017 when we had the big eclipse in the United States where we could see it? Like people traveled to see it. That was in Leo, okay? Like that, like Leos and Aquariuses have gone through such big energies this year. And Leo, I feel like you have waited for your moment and the moment has arrived. This is the ceremony. This is the final service. And you're moving. I'm hearing I'm better off, but I'm better off anyway. I'm better off anyway. Leo, you're moving in a direction now and you are so much better off there. Like you are completely moving forward. Bottom of the deck, we have the Magician with the Ace of Cups. The Magician with Ace of Cups. But I'm better off anyway. Y'all ain't never gonna finish Drake. Drake is a Leo rising, by the way. Y'all ain't never gonna finish Drake. Never. And I feel like, Leo, that's energy you're coming into now. There's been a certain ceremony. There's been something that has been prolonged. And I feel like it's almost like when finally everything is ready to be, it's almost like when a parade starts. I'm seeing it, Leo, as like, there's just this big parade. And I'm seeing it as like, you're the first ship or whatever for the parade. And I'm seeing it as like all the parade people or the cast or whatever is on like a next street over. So you don't really see the parade set up yet because you guys haven't like turned in on the actual parade street. So I'm seeing it, Leo, as like you're turning into this parade and you're thinking like, oh, like, let's just get this over with. Like, and you don't even realize like you pulled out into this parade and the streets are flooded with people. And it's like, you're the first ship out and everybody's like, ah, like everybody's like screaming and clapping and like drinking and the music. And you're like, whoa, like I didn't even expect that. Like I just thought we were going to just be the first ones in. Like, you know, maybe people aren't even here yet, really. And it's like a huge turnout, Leo. There's something that's going to be a huge turnout, or there's something that you're moving in the right direction, Leo. Like you are moving in the right direction, and whatever you feel like you've been waiting for or something that was coming full circle, it's going to start coming full circle now as you move away from it and you move forward. And I feel like the love that you've been wanting from anybody else is the love that you've been needing to give yourself. And a lot of you now are going to just be filled with new confidence, The self-love that you have now, Leo, is from a lot of self-mastery that you've developed, from a lot of spunk and believing in yourself in trial and error. And now you're at this point of mastery and self-confidence that's radiating. Like you are going to be radiating, Leo, for the rest of November. You and Aquariuses are going to be radiating now for the rest of this year. So shine on, Leo. Please don't let anybody forget that you are the sun. You will always be the sun. Here comes the sun for real this time. No more North Node energy. No more of that karmic energy. Like here comes the sun for real. And peak day. It's a beautiful day out for the lions to come out and be the sun. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. Virgo, how are all my Virgos doing? Three cards out so far. Virgo, I feel like you're just now gaining momentum. I feel like you're just gaining a certain amount of momentum. Hi, Heather, babe. Hi. Virgo, I feel like you're just now gaining traction. Like you're just now moving out of something that was stagnant. I feel like some of you were in a place where like you were waiting, bottom of the deck, Magician, Ace of Cups, under that Ace of Wands, Virgo. You were waiting, Virgo. You were waiting for your moment. I feel like some of you have been feeling like, I feel like some of you have been feeling like you're just sitting and you don't know what you're doing. Something is just kind of running its course. Something has been in motion. Something has been kind of stagnant. And you've been wanting to move out of that. Some of you, if it's a relationship, you've been wanting to work through it. Some of you with yourself, with your work, with your business, like you've been wanting to make more money. You've been wanting to find ways to make more money, or you've been wanting to find ways to make change in your life because you felt stagnant. But you pulled Six of Wands like Leo, Virgo. And Virgo, I feel like you're needing to kind of like leave the details out. It's almost, Virgo, like where you're wanting to go, it's not a destination, it's a feeling. Like where you're wanting to, what's going to make you feel achievement, what's going to make you feel better or not stagnant is not actually doing something, but it's going to be a feeling you arrive at. So Virgo, you're really needing to just kind of push yourself forward. You don't have to really know all the way. Tower coming out. Push, as soon as I said push yourself forward. Virgo, if you don't push yourself forward, I feel like there's something coming, and especially we have Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands with the Magician. You're going to realize something, Virgo, about your energy, about your passion, about your vitality. You're going to realize that wherever you've been stagnant, it's almost like you've been waiting for someone to come around to help you do something, and now you're realizing you can do it yourself, which you always end up realizing. But Tower coming out with that, to me, is like, there's something really going to come out of nowhere, Virgo, and it's going to snap you into your best self, your most passionate, vibrant self. Like there's something coming that has a lot of potential, and it's going to require your momentum. It's going to require your energy. You're needing now to just push your energy forward, Virgo. Like leave the past, leave the details behind you. You don't need to figure it out. You just need to get to that feeling. You need to arrive at that feeling of this can work. This has energy to it. But look how beautiful these four are. This is beautiful. Magician, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, the Tower. It's like in that moment when you just realize you can, Virgo, you're already halfway there. You're already moving towards it. Like it's about the feeling. So I also feel, Virgo, the next 2 weeks is a powerful time for you to visualize how it would feel to be where you want to be, how it will feel to look how you want to look, how it would feel to make the money that you want to make. Really, really imagine it in your mind, because if you can imagine it, Virgo, and feel that energy, it's just going to magically snap and happen. Like it's just going to come. It's just, the universe is just going to come. The universe is just going to send you a certain energy to kind of like propel you further. This is like you're moving fast. I'm hearing fast into the future. Like you're fast forwarding, Virgo. Something now is picking up into the future because you're going to feel yourself there. And then it's like, because you feel yourself there, you're bringing yourself there. So this is all a matter of feeling and envisioning. And if you can see it in your mind, Virgo, it can be real. And you are it. You are already becoming it. You just have to see it and believe it in your mind first, and be the vibrational match. So Virgo, this is going to be for you the next 2 weeks, being the vibrational match of what you desire and what you love. Like the passion you want to experience and the love you want to experience, be the vibrational match to that. And you're going to attract it right to you. You're going to literally fast forward into the future. So Virgos are going to be time traveling now over the next 2 weeks, basically, is what I'm saying. Time traveling. And yes, sorry, sleeping. All right, where my Libras at? Where my Libras at? Where my Libra risings and my Libra moons? Where my Libras? Oh, wow. Libra, we got your card here. We have Son of Swords. Son of Swords with the Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups. I'm hearing, I'm sorry. Libra, I feel like either you, if this is you, Libra, you are heading straight towards a new beginning. Like in your mind, Libra, something is about to switch. A switch is about to turn on that is turning you on. Like emotionally, spiritually, you are just heading right into the new beginning of that. Like just look at this card. Literally look at this card. Hold on. Diving right into this. Just diving right into new love, new passion. Like you are striking. Something is striking, Libra. You caught it. You caught something and you're striking it. Now this could also be someone running right into you. I'm hearing I'm latching on to you. And I'm also hearing talk to me and watch me crumble. Some of you, someone is either running right into you or you are running right into new love and new passion. But it's like also, Libra, over the next 2 weeks, something that's going to start new for you and in your heart and in your spirit, you're going to have to first see it in your mind. That's also Knight of Swords. You're going to have to first either communicate it or see it in your mind. 10 of Swords coming out. Page of Swords. The end of small talk, I'm hearing. This is the end of small talk. You want answers, I'm hearing, Libra. You want answers. You're going to be diving right into this, diving into this new love, diving into this new energy. And it's like you don't want to just say certain little things anymore. It's almost like, I'm hearing Roger this, Roger that. I'm hearing rabbit. It's like there's an end here of small thinking, small talk, where you are heading right into what you want at the core. If somebody is going to be finding what they really want, I feel like it's going to be Libra. Libra's going to just go right into it. And then this stack came out and we had Son of Cups. You could be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Then we have the Magician, 10 of Cups, 3 of Swords. So 3 of Swords, 10 of Cups have come out a lot tonight. And the Magician also. Son of Cups, the Magician, 10 of Cups, and 3 of Swords. I'm hearing it's not about romance, it's about character. Some of you, I feel, have been in a direction where you have been kind of going with the flow, or you've been kind of enticed by someone romantically, or there's been certain energies that are kind of like rose-colored glasses. Like there's been certain energies around you that are like blissful or creative or artsy. And I feel like this has shown you a lot about yourself, Libra. Like this has made you realize a lot about what you want. Like you've realized a lot about what you want, what you're able to manifest, what you can manifest. And I'm kind of feeling, Libra, that how I'm seeing this 10 of Cups with 3 of Swords is like, it's kind of like I can do bad all by myself, but it's also the energy where it's like, I am the biggest love of my life. And I'm also like my biggest enemy. Like, I feel like some of you right now could feel like the greatest love of your life is going to be yourself. And the greatest pains of your life is going to be yourself. Like some of you right now could feel like whether you're happy or whether you're in love, whether you're in pain or you're hurting, you are the source of something. I feel like right now, Libra, some of you feel like you're the source of something. And a lot of you are trying to help yourself realize or understand that whether you are blissful and happy or whether you are heartbroken and sad is a matter of how you are perceiving it. Like it's a matter of what you have manifested it and how you perceiving it. I feel like there's a lot of things starting new for you guys though. Like a lot I feel is going to be starting new for Libras. But you're needing to really see how skilled you are, Libra. You're having to really see your worth. You're having to see the way that you can finesse. Because I'm really seeing it as like whether you have the blindfold on or whether you have on the rose-tinted glasses or you don't have them on, whether you are in love or not in love, it's like you, Libra, have the power. So if you want to be heartbroken, that is going to be how you're going to manifest. If you want to be in love, then you need to say that, Libra, and manifest that. This is about believing in your ability to create your life, Libra. Over the next 2 weeks, you're going to have opportunities for new love and new passion, and you're going to have to really believe in that. You're going to have to really believe you deserve it and you can manifest it. So whether you feel you can't or whether you feel you can, it's a matter of it's you. What is that one quote where it's like, whether you believe you can or you cannot, you're right. That's the message for you, Libra. Whether you believe it or whether you don't, you're right. Because whatever you're believing is what is going to be true. It's all going to be a matter of how you are perceiving your own manifestation, your own what you've created. So you are the master manifester right now of your life. Scorpio, it's your moon, Scorpio. Exactly, Melanie. No one is you, and that is your power. That's one of my absolute favorite quotes of all time. Scorpio, Page of Cups. Page of Cups, Scorpio. New love, new energy. You're welcome, Simplest Paradox. So Scorpio, we have Page of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, and 8 of Pentacles coming out. 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Working, Scorpio, only work on things that benefit you. Don't focus all your energy on anything that's limiting you or anything that's karmic or bad for you. Or if you're in anything that's very like sticking, Scorpio, like I feel like a lot of you now over the next 2 weeks are needing to really break apart from stagnant energies, and you're needing to invest your energy on stuff that can grow. Like a lot of you right now are having to let certain things die so that you can gain all your energy back to focus and work on what can live. And then your card coming out, Death, your card coming out to say, Scorpio, there's definitely a transformation among you, but I also feel like you're at the beginning of a new start, a new love, or a new project, like a new artistic, creative project. Some of you are going to find that after this new moon, as we move into next week, you all of a sudden just feel kind of lighter. You just feel like, because Jupiter is going to be gone. So a lot of you are going to just kind of Ace of Pentacles coming out, falling right over 8 of Pentacles. Something is really going to work out, Scorpio. I feel like something that you are working towards, or you are wanting to work towards, or you're motivated to work towards is going to be successful. But I feel like a lot of you over the next week, you're going to just feel kind of lighter. You're going to feel like there's a new chance, like you have a new chance. I'm like, this is my last chance. I'm ready to shoot. I'm ready to shoot, ready to shout. I'm ready to shout. I'm ready. Some of you could feel right now like you are ready, like you're ready for this new love, this new creativity, this new spark. Many of you now are feeling you're going to be feeling an emotional spark or like a jolt of creative and love sort of energy. Let's let a few more come out. Wow, that's beautiful. So we have the moon, 10 of swords. 10 of swords has come out a lot tonight. 10 of swords and the lovers. Scorpio, many of you, I'm hearing midnight train to Georgia. Midnight train to Georgia. I feel like many of you have been in a place where you've really just been trying to figure out your emotional patterns and which emotional patterns you need to put an end to, what is still very confusing inside, what is still haunting you inside, what is still a phantom in your mind. A lot of you, maybe for a while or since your season, you've just had a lot that you're ruminating on, like a lot that you've been emotionally processing, and there's been a lot of emotions and there's been a lot of just, I guess you could say contemplating, but really you've been at like in an emotional transformative space. And I feel like Scorpio, there are certain things now that you don't believe in anymore, that you just don't think are true. Like some of you, I feel like you wanted something to be true, like something that was emotional to you, or you had feelings towards it. You wanted it to be true, and you're realizing that it never was, or that it just isn't, no matter how much you thought about it or how much you felt into it, or there was something that just wasn't true, or you're going to be finding that out it wasn't true. But I feel like when you put an end to this sort of, it's like you've been in this wicked emotional space, Scorpio, where like maybe self-sabotage in a way, or maybe you just you weren't really seeing something for what it was. And now, Scorpio, I feel like there's just something that's coming through, because you pull Daughter of Cups and the Lovers. So I feel like there's a lot of energy there's a love sort of energy coming in now, an emotional sort of energy that is going to take your spirit higher. I feel like many of you haven't been able to get out of the dark because you've been sunken in. You've been in the sunken place. Like you've been in your feelings, sunk in. And now that Jupiter leaves and that deep density leaves you, it's like all of a sudden you like pop out. I'm seeing a Jack in the Box. It's like a Jack in the Box, Scorpio, where now all of a sudden your soul is free. Your soul sort of releases. And now you have this new energy where you're open. You feel open again. You feel like you actually do have space for new emotions again, in a way. Like there's something, Scorpio, that's going to be taking off, whether it be a project or a relationship, or just you feeling more artsy and happy and alive, that is based on from something you're finally letting go of and seeing the truth in. And it's also, you're now starting to only focus on and put your energy into investments that are gonna last, that are actually worth your time. So there's a lot of this transformation going on, but it's really like you're just getting lighter and lighter, Scorpio. It's like you're only doing what matters. This is about intention for you. So set your intention, Scorpio. Like, what do you want to experience emotionally? And what do you want to experience financially? You need to be very clear on those things right now, so that you just kind of just step in and flourish. Like, I feel like for Scorpios, this is going to be like you just walk into a party and you didn't even know it was thrown for you. Like, everything is about to shift in a way to where a lot of things just make sense. And you may have been beating a dead horse for a while, but I'm hearing, but the horse is dead now. Like, the horse is dead now. And now you're in a space to experience everything that you've wanted, everything that you've really wanted to experience, all the love, all of the creativity that you've really been wanting to experience. Now you can experience it now, because now you have really finally understood what needed to be understood. So new beginnings for Scorpio, and definitely ones that make you feel free. Hi, Khalil. Thank you, Mariah. Sagittarius is next. You're welcome, Maria. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Zori's still sleeping. Let me take a sip of my beer for Jupiter. Let me take a break. Sagittarius. Actually, I'm going to shuffle too. I'm going to read amongst the chat. Let's shuffle for Sag. Sag rising, Sag sun, Sag moon. Zori sleeps through all my screaming. It'll be like 3 in the morning and I'm screaming and she's just knocked out. And those of you having your Jupiter return in Sagittarius, I know I'm part of that crew. This is going to be a really big time for us. Jay Zags, I love you too. Alexandria, you are ready for Jupiter. Don't think it. You are. Everybody's ready for Jupiter. Jupiter's a good time. Okay, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. I'm low-key a Sagittarius, y'all. Daughter of Pentacles. First card out, Page of Pentacles. I'm hearing new offer. New offer. Also new path. I feel like Sagittarius, you're moving down a road now that's practical. You may want something to be big and extravagant, but a part of you, I feel like, wants to start something small, or like you want to start something in a way to where you can manage it. Many of you could feel like right now you're wanting to start something new, but you want it to be within range. Like you're wanting to actually be able to track its progress. So you guys are moving into this new chapter where it's like, it's kind of good, Sagittarius, because it's like you're not getting ahead of yourself. You're not letting yourself get too ahead. You're not pre-flexing. You're wanting to like go in an area that you can kind of in a way see results. This is about results. I feel that for you guys. 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords coming out. Maybe some of you don't know where to start. 4 of Swords. Okay, I feel like Sagittarius, a lot of you right now don't know what you're doing. Like you don't know what you're really doing. Like you want to go in a certain direction. You know that you're at a point where you need to have a new beginning, or you need new goals. Some of you feel like maybe you need new goals, but there's like, you maybe have a lot of anxiety about this. Like you're just not sure where to start. You're just not really sure exactly what to do or how to get something off the ground. Sagittarius, I'm feeling like you really need to meditate and kind of clear your mind. I feel like I just saw in my head, like someone getting a facial, like someone going and getting like a massage and a facial and just relaxing. I feel like some of you really need to kind of relax as we just go into this shift, because it's like where you're needing to start. Bottom of the deck, we have 2 of Cups. Where you're needing to really, underneath that, Ace of Wands. You need, if you don't know how to start something right now, Sagittarius, or you don't know where it's going, it's because your headspace is not clear. Like what you need to start or get something off the ground or go in a direction or motion is a clear headspace. So if you want to get anything off the ground, Sagittarius, over the next 2 weeks, you have to regain mental peace. Like you need a clear headspace. Now, 2 of Cups here with the Ace of Wands. I think Jupiter and Sagittarius in itself, for many Sagittariuses and especially Sag risings, there could be sparks with love. Like there could be something that really pops off with love. Like many of you, even Sagittarius suns as well, or moons, but mainly Sag sun and Sag rising, there is relationships that are really, really going to get passionate. Let's pull one more. 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands. Sagittarius, you're needing to look to the future now. And you're needing to look at it from a space of peace. Like you're needing to look towards your future and find optimism. I think some of you have been very, very like rushing in your mind. Like you're wanting to like execute. You're wanting to like implement and execute, and you're wanting to see results, or you're wanting to, have the relationship and like be in love, or be official. There's been things that you wanted to just kind of like have, or it needs to just be faster. It needs to just be this way. And I think that some of you now are really needing to kind of let Jupiter ease you a little bit. I feel like a lot of you over the next 2 weeks, Jupiter is going to come in and kind of let you just clear your mind, Sagittarius. Like you can go anywhere. You can go anywhere. This new beginning, whatever you're starting, whatever this is, this new quest, you can go there, but you need to have a clear head. You need to clear your mind. And then bottom of the deck, we have 6 of Cups. So I also feel like there's a lot of soulmate stuff going on with you guys right now. Like love could be lingering around. But whatever you're wanting to go, Sagittarius, whatever you're wanting to do, whatever you're wanting to see results or just head towards, the first step in that is to release all of the doubts and anxiety towards it and really clear your mind. I feel like that's so important for you guys right now to really, before this weekend, when we have a lot of this Sagittarius energy, I think it's very important for some of you, maybe just for like at least 30 minutes, listen to a guided meditation or something and just clear your mind. I follow someone on YouTube. His name is Michael Sealey. Michael Sealey. Yeah, and I believe it's Sealey, Michael Sealey, and he does guided meditations. He's the only person I listen to that does guided meditations, but he will literally put your ass in hypnosis. Like he will put you in a trance, and he will do it in like 15 minutes. And he has meditations up for like 20 minutes to like an hour and 30 minutes and all these different types. But I feel like Sagittarius, the only thing in the way between you and where you're wanting to go is all of the thoughts and your mind telling you can't go there, or all of the fear in your mind. And you're really needing to clear through that so that you can start with a clear headspace. Because if you have a clear headspace, Sag, you can go anywhere and you can do anything, but it starts in your mind. It definitely is going to be starting in your mind. Yeah, Michael Sealey is fucking amazing. Like, he is fucking amazing. Thank you. My witch shirt. You guys like my witch shirt? Someone made it for me. Her name is Brittany. Brittany, what's her last name? Damn, I'll leave it. I want to leave it because she makes shirts. She has like a clothes thing. I'm really trying to think of her name on Instagram. I can't think of it, but her name is Brittany. She's an Aquarius. Yeah, Michael Sealey, all of you should look him up. Not even just Sagittarius, all of you. Who's next? Capricorn! I love Capricorn. Oh, y'all did ask me? Hold on, I'm gonna find it right now. Hi, V. I'm gonna find her Instagram right now because I know I have it. I was just messaging her. Give me 1 second. Okay, on Instagram, it's 11 witch. Like, I'm going to type it. This is her Instagram. Okay, yeah. I was meaning to do this. But yeah, her name is Brittany. She makes clothes. And she just custom made this shirt. Okay. Yes, Victoria. Victoria had it. All right. Capricorn. Let's do Capricorn. Victoria said, LOL, we found her. Oh, gotta leave that one out. Capricorn, we have the devil. First card out. Your card. Your card, honey. Your card. And what's on the bottom of the deck with that? 9 of Cups. I'm hearing a dream is a wish your heart makes, Capricorn. Capricorn has all the power. All the power right now. That's all I'm going to say. Capricorn, you're very, very motivated to be happy. You're very, very motivated to find happiness right now. Eight of Pentacles. And I think a lot of you are realizing that your happiness won't ever come just from work. Like, your happiness is never just going to come from money. And it's never going to come from working in, day out. Like, that is not your biggest source of power. It's not your biggest source of happiness. It just may be what you do most. But Capricorn, I feel like you're very, very set right now on finding your happiness. It's like you're in the pursuit of happiness, and you're very, very set on that. Like, it's like I'm hearing, it's like, I'm going to be happy. Like, I'm going to be happy. because Capricorns have been working hard all year. Like Capricorns nobody has been working as hard as Capricorns, because Pluto and Saturn has been in Capricorn. Like Capricorns have been working really hard all year. And even if they haven't been working so hard, they feel like they're working really, really hard. There's been a lot of strain and tension in Capricorns. And I feel like now, Capricorn, you're at this point where you're going to be happy. You're going to be happy. And 8 of Wands falling out over the 8 of Pentacles to say, this is going to be like instant manifestation. Like a lot of you, I'm hearing, don't work harder, work smarter. There's quote where it was like, I don't work, I shape shift. I don't work, I shape shift. And a lot of you are going to find that moving into 2019, once Saturn hits the second decan of Capricorn, that you're going to realize that you're working too hard for no reason. Like a lot of you are going to find now that as Jupiter, especially Capricorn ascendant, those of you, Jupiter is going to be in your 12th house now. Jupiter in the 12th is going to be like, it's time for things to get easy. It's time. Like this to me, Capricorn, is like 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, is you just can think of the work being done and it's going to like kind of just start getting done. Like if you focus on zooming through certain things, you're going to find that your energy speeds up and you start to work through things way faster. And I feel like because your motivation to feel this happiness is like burning through your blockages. And let's let some more come out. You're burning through your blockages, Capricorn, just burning through them. Mother of Wands and the Death card. A fire sign or a Scorpio, Capricorn. Many of you right now could feel like there's a fire sign that you want, or a Scorpio, or you're getting ready to go through a transformation as far as desires and asserting yourself. Capricorn, I feel like over the next 2 weeks, you're going to find it a lot easier to do what you want. Like you're going to find it a lot easier to just do what makes you happy. And it's like, it's not personal. Like it's not personal. You're just doing what you want to do. Like you're just doing what makes you happy. And I feel like a lot of you are going to find that over the next 2 weeks, your work gets easier. If you're someone you want, that process is just going to start to evolve and transform. Like things are just going to start being easier. And it's almost, Capricorn, like I'm hearing that wicked smile. I'm hearing no one mourns the wicked. No one mourns the wicked. And it's like, Capricorn, no one is going to mourn you, because you're going to be just winning now and doing what makes you happy, and people won't like it, but you're going to do what it takes. Like Capricorn is focused now on being happy, because all year has been like trial and error over and over and over and over. So a lot of you are at this point now where you need things to be easy and passionate and in sync. And bottom of the deck, we have Hierophant and the Fool. And I feel like a lot of you are just committing to your bliss now. You're committing to what makes you feel good. You're just committing to the path, committing to your happiness. And this is why things all of a sudden just kind of shatter and fall into place, because you're committed now, Capricorn. And what are you committed to? Yourself. You're committed to your happiness. And once a Capricorn commits to their happiness, they don't give a fuck. Like once a Capricorn realizes that they just need to do what they want to do, because a lot of the times, like a Capricorn will let people kind of like give them answers, or like a Capricorn will kind of let people guide them about like to help them know what they feel in a weird way. Like Capricorn will like let people kind of show them what they feel, but then it'll be that point where Capricorn is like, wait, but this is really how I feel. And then it's like, oh wait, no one can get it for me but me. And then there's that point where Capricorn, it like switches in them, where they're like, okay, now I'm going to do what I want. Now I'm going to do what makes me happy. And I don't care, because then Capricorn will get resentful. Like, well, all of y'all led me to do what you wanted me to do for you. You led me this way because you wanted me to do that. You led me this way. This job led me this way because you all wanted me to do what you wanted me to do. And then Capricorns have that moment where they're like, I'm not going to do what none of y'all want me to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. And y'all can stay mad. Like Capricorn is moving into that time now. And especially literally in about 2 months, it's going to be Capricorn season. So, the season before your season is always very, very impactful, because you can look at it like, like, let's say you're, like if you're a Capricorn, right? The 12th house of Capricorn is Sagittarius. So in a lot of ways, Sagittarius season for Capricorns is like the 12th house season, whereas you go into your season and it's your first house. It's your season. So a lot of the times the season before your season feels like the end of the year. It feels like the end of that year's cycle for you because now you start your solar return. And it's like that for your ascendant sign, the season before it, and for your sun sign, the season before it. So let's get into Aquarius. Katrina, I feel you. Not Capricorn, Aquarius, your card coming out, Queen of Swords. Has nothing to do with emotions. It's not personal, it's business. Aquarius, there's something now that's in your life where you're needing to see it very rationally, very logically, and you're needing to do not make any decisions based on your emotions. Do not make any decisions based on what you feel. You need to be very clear, very clean. Yeah. Aquarius, Temperance card. Temperance. I'm hearing peace on earth. Peace on earth. I'm hearing peace is something that starts with me. Simplest paradox. Ooh, Aquarius, the Empress and Ace of Pentacles. Let me see myself. Empress and Ace of Pentacles. Simplest paradox, that's you. Aquarius, I feel like there is someone in your life that you really feel is an investment. Like you feel like this person is what you want. Like they bring you peace. I feel like Aquarius, a lot of you right now are in a place where you just want to feel peace. And if many of you, it's like you want someone, you want to attract someone in, or if this is not a person, it's a creative project, Aquarius, like there's some sort of creative project you're getting ready to launch, or you're really starting to fall in love with and invest your energy into it. And it's going to be very successful. It's very long lasting. It's going to sustain itself. It's going to grow. Aquarius, there is something that you think is so amazing and beautiful and worthy, and it's going to grow. It's going to be very, very successful. I feel like for a number of you, that's a person, and like your relationship with them is going to be beautiful and flourishing. But for also some of you, it's like you just want to feel peace and be in this creative space. And whatever you're creating right now, Aquarius, whatever you're working on is gold. Whatever the fuck you are working on, even if it's yourself, if you're exercising, Aquarius, and you're like doing different things for your body, you are going to start to see results and be glowing. Like whatever you are setting in the intention to really, really feel into, it's going to be very successful. Let's let some more come out. Six of Wands. But it did fall out in reverse. Six of Wands in reverse. I'm hearing control yourself. Take only what you need from it. And the Death card. Damn, the Death card has come out a lot. But this is Scorpio's card, so I understand. Aquarius, I feel like there's a certain path that you've been going on for the sake of your ego, and that has to come to an end now. I feel like some of you may have been kind of like going in a path, or you've been like wanting validation. Like in order for you to push ahead, you've needed a certain amount of validation, or like in order for you to just really fully go where you're wanting to go and just trust in your spirit, you've kind of been like holding yourself back, or letting what people think or say kind of hold you back. This could have been the South Node in Aquarius. You guys were a little bit more paranoid about like making open moves. But I feel like there's a change coming into that now. Like, I feel like now you guys are getting a little more deep in a way. In a weird way, Aquarius, I feel like you've been humbled. Like your spirit has been humbled a little bit, where you realize it's not about it's not about who claps for you. Like, it's not about how people see you. It's not about like, it's almost like it doesn't matter if a whole stadium claps for you or if just your one friend claps for you. Either way, it's both are kind of irrelevant. But then also in a weird way, it's like maybe just that one clap from that one friend means more. And I think a lot of you maybe have been like really trying to like assess where you're going based on certain validation you've been receiving. But now you're at a point where it's time to get really deep, Aquarius. Like, I feel like you're needing to get really deep now. Yeah, I feel like you're just really needing to go deeper in yourself and realize what are you wanting to grow that has nothing to do with anybody. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with an audience. It doesn't have anything to do with how people are seeing you, but what is it that just you want to focus on? What is it that you want to manifest? What do you believe is worth it? What do you believe holds real, true value and beauty? Like, what do you feel is the garden that's everlasting and growing? I feel like right now, the most important thing for you guys is just your peace in growing it and really, really investing in what you deem worthy. And it has nothing to do with anyone outside of you. It doesn't matter how anybody is perceiving anything. It's about how you're investing in what you believe is worthy. So I feel like there could be a Scorpio or Sagittarius involved, but I also feel that this is like from Scorpio to Sagittarius season. Many of you are going to kind of take an L or like be humbled in a way where you realize it has nothing to do with how it all seems, but really just what it's worth. Like, it's almost like if someone spray painted something gold, that's all cool. Like, it looks gold, but that was spray painted. Like, that's not real gold. And I think a lot of you are realizing where in your life there has been things that it's like, it's not all that it seems to be. Like, everything that glitters isn't gold. And you're really kind of like, I'm seeing someone like scrape off like cheap paint. And I'm seeing someone like just scrape off something that's just not what they really want. And it's just not. And it's like, if I want gold, like, I want the real gold. I want the real thing. Also, a lot of you, like, relationship wise, you're ready to really like focus and grow what you really, really want. Like, it has everything to do now with what you are peaceful inside towards, what you feel is worth it. It has nothing to do with anything else outside of you, Aquarius. It's what you feel is worth it. Simba's Pro says, it's me. I'm the garden. Yes. I love that. And last but not least, I should chug the beer for this. We're going to do Pisces. We are going to do Pisces. Shauna's view, hi. That's another Team Pisces in here. Sunshine Divine, I'm actually going to do it. All right, Pisces, I got to breathe for this one. Let me read through the chat while I drink this. Serena said, be a Floridian, chug it. That's shade, but I low-key love it. Yay, Mercedes is back. Alec, Pisces moon, I love Alec. Pisces tribe. Just keep breathing and breathing and breathing and breathing. You know you gotta I keep on breathing. Savannah, that's so funny. He's waiting outside. That's funny. Time to go fishing in it. If I didn't have on lipstick, I could have chugged this. But then y'all would see lipstick everywhere. I'm going to finish it, though, because it's getting hot. Yes, Mother Mia, send me song requests. I will live for that. One of these days, I'm going to really make music. I'm going to really like sing a song and upload it. I'm going to drop an EP for the lovers. I'm going to drop a little mini EP, maybe like 6 songs on it. And we're going to do the EP. Oh, I love that song, Mother Mia. I mention it all the time. I love Gladys and the Pips. I'd rather live in his world than live without him in mine. I love that song. Oh, wow. That's so cool. You moved to Georgia the day before. That is crazy. All right, y'all. Let's get into Pisces. There's been a lot going on. It's been a lot. Oh, I love Find Your Love. I love that song. Shout out to ATL. I love Atlanta. I love Georgia. I want to go to Georgia in December. I want to just drive there. All right, Pisces. I need to channel Neptune. Because Neptune is the one who really knows what's going on, y'all. Neptune always knows what's going on, y'all. Georgia, Georgia. Oh my God. Pisces, we have here Ace of Wands and the Sun. This could be a Leo or an Aries here. Something is popping off. But honestly, Pisces, I see this as warmth. I feel like Pisces, there is a lot of warmth coming in now. I feel like Pisces have felt cold for a while, especially because Chiron is retrograding now back in Pisces. So a lot of Pisces are just in a state of sick feeling cold, feeling like they're just, a lot is going on. A lot isn't feeling right. A lot is hurting. A lot is dying. There's just been like this cold feeling. And I'm hearing tenderness. Oh my God. You guys know what movie I really love? It's called Christmas. I think it's called Christmas, but Chris Brown is in it. And I think that there's a song in it where it's like, try a little tenderness. And I'm hearing that. Pisces, I feel like you need to try a little tenderness. Try a little tenderness. This is warmth. This is warmth coming in. And strike while the iron is hot, Pisces. If there's something that you feel you need to act on it now, if you're feeling something now, Pisces, if you feel it, act on it. Like if you feel like the pot is boiling, like what are you going to do about it? Are you going to let it spill over? Or are you going to lift it up? Like you need to make something happen, Pisces. I feel like there's this, oh my God, beautiful. 10 of Pentacles falling out. Many of you, I feel, bottom of the deck, we have High Priestess. Many of you, and this could be an Aries, a Leo, but if not, it's just warmth within yourself. Pisces, a lot of you now, you have so much insight over what you want out of the future. Like you have such a keen insight about what you want. Like you really, really know what you want. You're seeing into it. It's like, it's all of the senses. It's funny, Pisces, because it's like, you know what you want in all 5 senses and in the 6th sense too. And it's like, there's something now that's beginning, that's warming up, that's getting hot, or that's And it doesn't have to be a fire sign, by the way. It could be anybody, but or it could just be yourself. But there's something that's warming up. You're getting closer to it, Pisces. It's almost like I'm seeing someone putting their hand over the stove top, and they're not touching it, but they're feeling the heat, and they're putting their hand as close to it as possible. Like just putting their hand closer and closer and closer to it, just to see how hot it could get without touching it. And Pisces, I feel like there's something that you need to touch. There's something you need to, I'm hearing warm embrace. This is a warm embrace. And I feel very warm energy. Like I'm seeing in my head, like a beach, but at sunset. And I'm seeing it as like the beach water being hot. So I'm seeing like waves come in and they're warm, they're hot. Almost like if someone just peed in a pool, but it's like warm. I'm feeling like warm energy for you, Pisces. And there's this song. If you're a Pisces, listen to the song Indian Summer. Listen to the song Indian Summer by Jai. Is it Jai Wolf or Jay Wolf? Let me see how, I'm pretty sure that's the name. Because that's the energy I'm feeling. Yeah, I'm going to type it in there. That's the energy I'm feeling for Pisces right now. Let's pull one more. Nine of Wands, but bottom of the deck here, we have Wheel of Fortune. Pisces, you're shifting now. You're being shifted into a new stage. You're being shifted again. Once again, the tide takes me. Once again, the tide is taking you, Pisces, and don't resist it. Don't resist it, Pisces, because I feel like there's a lot of greatness coming to you now, and you could be resisting it. And I feel like don't resist it. There's a warmth coming into you now. It's almost like the sun rays, Pisces, are just going to be beaming on you. And it's like you can't resist that. Don't go in your house and put on a bunch of jackets. Like don't try to block yourself off from the sun. Like let the sun shine on you. I'm hearing, Lord, shine your light on me, save me, please. Lord, shine your light on me, save me, please. You need to let it in. And you already know what you're creating. So just let the creation be. This is about Pisces just being, just be it, be in the creation. Just let it be. Like, just let it be now, because this warmth, it's coming for you. You can't reject it. You can't suppress it. You can't ignore it. Just take it in. Let the warm embrace be what it is, a warm embrace. So I'm going to pull one more card for everyone, and then I want to answer some questions. And let's see. Pisces are about to feel really warm. Hi, George. That would be a really cute tattoo. I would love to. If I was going to get a tattoo, tarot, like a tarot tattoo, I want to get the World card. The World card is my favorite card. Empress is coming out. And the thing about the Wheel of Fortune is it's still kind of simple to where you could make it like, it doesn't even have to look like the tarot card. Like you can just do the wheel and it could just be a Wheel of Fortune without it being the Wheel of Fortune, if that makes sense. So that would be a good one. All right, you guys, I want to talk about, honestly, for all of you, those of you that are in the chat right now, do you like, because for me, like, and those of you that are Pisces will understand this, like as a Pisces, sometimes we don't know if we're experiencing something or if we're reflecting something, or we don't know if we're really experiencing this as our own emotions or if it's someone else's emotions. Like sometimes it's like so a season like Scorpio season or water season itself, like Scorpio and Cancer season is very healing for Pisces, but at the same time, it's very like, it could be very diluted and there can be a lot of dark energy around that, like you don't really know what it is. So if a lot of you have been like experiencing just a lot of darkness, like a lot of weird, and it doesn't have to, I'm not meaning just Pisces, but I know that in Scorpio season itself, a lot of you could feel like you've been under just a lot of attack, like you've been under a lot of like darkness. There's been a lot of darkness following you, or there's been a lot of like doubts and fears. Some of you may even just feel really paranoid, or you may just feel like people are against you or things are against you, or you could feel like things are just not, I don't know. And I just feel like Scorpio season so far has been very intense. Like it's been very, very deep and intense. Like every single day, people close to me in my life are, you know, texting me, sending me voice notes, like another day where I just feel so weird, where I just feel so strange. And I feel like everything's changing. I'm changing. Mercedes. I'm so dead. There's one sitting. But a lot of you right now could feel like you're surrounded by low vibration things too. Like, and this is why I feel Scorpio season, a lot of people start to just kind of go within themselves. Oh, that's cool, George. That's cool. And Maria said it's not a bad feeling. It just feels weird. Yes, it's kind of just been feeling like it's weird. Like it's literally been weird energy. So a lot of you right now can feel weird. Like a lot of you right now could just feel weird. But the thing is, like, we're about to enter a sort of like cosmic party. Like Serena said that this season has felt like a haunted house of mirrors. I second that. Yes. And the thing is, it's like if Scorpio season is the haunted house, Sagittarius season is the fun house. So wherever like you've been feeling so far in Scorpio season, like things are just diluted or weird, know that now when Sagittarius moves home, you guys, Neptune is home, Saturn is home, Venus is home. Like as we move, and Venus is going to be direct by like the end of next week, I believe. So we are moving into a time now where 4 major planets now in December, Venus will also still be a Libra, that are all home. So this is the time where it's like, you need to kick things out. If there are things clouding your mind or in home or in whatever is going on, this is a time to really kick it out. I feel like this new moon itself also is a time to really like banish things and really clear things out. Like if you feel like there are things that are haunting you or they're not good, you are needing to clear it out now, because you don't want to bring it in. You don't want to bring, you know, the haunted, you know, doll into the fun house. You don't want to bring something that's haunted and scary into a circus that's fun. Like you don't want to do that. Trust me, you guys, you don't want to bring in these phantoms of Scorpio season into Sagittarius season. And by the time that we have the Gemini full moon and the sun is going to be with Jupiter and stuff like that, like we're going to be moving into, it's like good vibes. We're moving into good vibes. Believe me, you guys, I know it doesn't seem like it because all year has been so hard. Like this year has just been hard. Like so many people have been feeling like they're just trying and it's just, they're seeing results, but it just feels so, it just feels like a dead brick wall or something. Like there's just been a lot of brick walls. You know, we have been going through a lot of this suffering so that now we can really enjoy. It's almost like, you know, think of it as like the whole setup of a wedding. Think of like a whole setup of like a big wedding with like a really big family. You know, there's the rehearsal, there's the catering people, there's the all of the decorations. Think about like the workup of a wedding and like the deep commitment, like say I do the ring. Think of like the whole ceremony of the wedding. That is kind of like the Scorpio season right now. Like there's just this big ceremony going on and it's like, what are you going to commit to? What are you saying I do to? what are you committing to in vow? What are you actually going to allow in your life now, and you're committing to it? Because Sagittarius season, and now Jupiter coming into Sagittarius, is going to be like the after party, like after the wedding, when it's where we all go to eat food, the reception. Like Sagittarius is the reception, whereas Scorpio season is the workup of all the wedding. And we're really and it's like, if you are having a really shitty time at the wedding, you may not even want to go to the reception. You may miss the whole party. And like, I feel like a lot of people right now are really missing out on the time of their life because they feel so burdened by the darkness. They feel so burdened by the work. And it's like, the good thing about Sagittarius, like Sagittarius and Pisces are the only ones who really truly can just let go, because they're ruled by Jupiter. So it's like they can just kind of like just release their spirit. And a lot of you now are going to find that it's a lot easier to quit. Like it's a lot easier to just let it go than to fix it, than to work it all up. You know, like it's way easier just to let it go and to just follow your bliss. Like I'm telling you guys that there's this energy that's going to start picking up now where people feel anxious. People feel like they have to follow happiness now, because it's like I have to be happy now. I have to be happy. I have to feel this. I have to feel alive. If I don't feel alive, I might as well be dead. And a lot of you right now are feeling that. Like it's worth it to go do something crazy. Some people right now are doing crazy shit, saying just crazy shit to break things off and just to start something new, because you have to create the shift. And it's so important to stay committed to our happiness. And because happiness is everything. Happiness is health. Like that's the square from Virgo to Sagittarius. It's like, you know, if you were at the doctor all day and you feel like you have all this sickness, it's okay afterwards to maybe go home and drink a glass of wine. And it may be okay to go home afterwards and like just kind of relax. Like Sagittarius is the energy where it's like, just relax, like just let it go, like just give it up. Just give it up already. You can only go on WebMD so much. You can only make so many doctor's appointments, to the point where you just kind of need to just let go. And I feel like we're all coming into a time where we're needing to trust into divinity. Like we're really needing to trust that our lives are guided. Like we are from divine origin. No matter who you are of divine origin. You have a purpose. You have a soulmate. You have whatever you want, you can have it, whatever it is. And it's only a matter of mastering your energy so you can create the path to get there. But a lot of you are finding that before Scorpio season ends, there are things that you need to move from your path. There are blocks. There are blocks in your way. There are things in your way that you have to remove so that you clear out all the space within you to breathe in and experience this joy, like to breathe in new life. Sagittarius season and Jupiter and Sagittarius, this Neptune and Pisces is all about breathing in new life. And when Neptune goes direct at the end of this month on the 25th, and Mars is in Pisces getting closer to Neptune, we're all going to feel so driven to dream. So driven to dream. So it's like, make sure what you are putting in motion now is a dream. Like make sure what you are feeling into and really creating right now is a dream. Like don't try to make things work right now or fix things that isn't the dream. Because at that point, you're wasting your time. When Mars and Neptune start meeting up and we're moving now to Sagittarius season, new moon in Sagittarius going into December, this is about the dream. Don't waste your time anymore. Like you already know what you need. You already know what feeds you. You already know what fulfills you. So don't waste any more time trying to just fix what's broken. Like some things are better left broken. Some people and things we need to leave the way we found it. Just leave it how you found it. You don't need to fix it. You don't need to make it better. You don't need to feel guilty for not turning something dark into light. You just have to be the light. Like you just be the light. That's really all that it is right now, that people are needing to, and a lot of people right now are like blaming things like, oh, well, this isn't working out, or this is what these people feel, or like, this is what's going on. It's like, none of that shit is real. Everything is you. Everything is you, and everything that you see is a reflection of how you perceive. So everything right now, it's like you don't need to fix anything outside of you. You just need to fix yourself from within. And it's not even about fixing. It's more about tuning into your real raw vibration. It's really, really being real with yourself. Like, are you doing things because you're afraid of the mess, of the dark? Like, are you, holding on to things for the sake of the control? Or are you ready to just lose control? I feel like this new moon in Scorpio is about just losing the control. And it has a lot to do with accept your desires, like embrace your real self. I think, and a Scorpio energy brings up a lot about like sex, and it brings up a lot of like, it brings up a lot of weird energies where it's like, I fuck with myself more than anybody else. Scorpio season is the season to fuck with yourself more than anybody else. Be attracted to yourself. Oh, look who it is. It's a season to, Zori. It's a season to fuck with yourself and embrace whatever it is, whatever your kinks are, whatever fulfills you, whatever you dream of. You have a right to. You have a right to dream it. You have a right to fuck with yourself and love yourself and focus on yourself. And you can do that and let people go. Like, give people their karma. Don't keep people around that you really don't like. And y'all will know, look at Zori, y'all will know, like, don't keep something around just for the sake of you're afraid of the change, or you're afraid to lose something, or you're afraid to make a mistake. Like, there's no such thing as that right now. There's no such thing as mistakes. Jupiter's about to be in Sagittarius. People are going on adventures of a lifetime right now. And you know what? We might make a lot of mistakes. 2019 may be filled with mistakes from people, but I guarantee you guys, over the next 18 months, people are going to awaken in ways they never have before in their life, because they were willing to fail, because they were willing to go follow their bliss, and they were willing to make a mistake. Like, I feel like right now is a time where a lot of people can hold themselves back because they're trying to be perfect, or they're trying to appear as so good, or they're trying to just, oh my God, or they're trying to just, be better. But it's like, you don't need to be better. You just need to be you. That's this Scorpio new moon. It's like, you don't need to be anything more than what you are. You don't need to be, you just don't. You don't need to hold out and wait for anybody either. You don't need to wait for somebody to be on your level. FOMO, fear of missing out. A lot of people right now are feeling that. It's a fear of missing out. And it's like, you're not missing out on anything. You're just not fully putting your energy into what you want to experience. And I think that that's where we all are right now. We're wanting to feel the freedom in our heart. And this is a very wicked time. This is a very transformative, like, villain sort of time. This is the time where the hero can be the villain, and the villain can become the hero. Like, this is the type of season where whether you want to be the hero or the villain, go do it then. And this is also a time where a lot of people are perceiving something as they'll be a villain, but really it's a heroic act. And a lot of people are trying to be a hero and they're really a villain. So this is just a time to, whatever you are, just be it. Like, just be it. You don't have to like be accepted by anyone but yourself. And I also think it's a time right now to really just connect with our emotional bodies and physical bodies. I feel like this is a time to strengthen our souls. Like, people need more sleep right now. People need to sleep more. People need to be more hydrated. People need to work out more. People are needing to balance themselves and prepare themselves for this energy, because there is a lot of potency that's coming up. And all of the eclipses that are going to happen next year are going to be in cardinal. It's going to be in Capricorn and Cancer, where Pluto and Saturn is going to be. So we're going to have a lot of energy that is going to be challenging. And I feel like right now, a lot of you are really needing to harness your strength, because you're going to need it. And if you're going to need to harness your strength, make sure that you are fighting and you're in a place of strength for what you really want and dream of. Like, don't put all your energy into the half-ass things. Like, don't do anything half-ass, period. If you're not fully into something right now, get out of it. Like, get out of it. Instead of being in 20 different things in spurts, why don't you just try to be in 5 things fully? You know, why don't, like, I feel like this is a time where people are needing to condense their desires to really focus in on what they want most, so that you can put more energy into what you're really wanting, and you can stop scattering yourself into things that don't really matter or serve you. Like, a lot of you right now, you feel so scattered because you're throwing pieces of you into different directions that aren't fully right. And you're giving yourself away, and you're not really honoring your soul. You're not really honoring the depth in you. You're just kind of going at things, or you're like being enticed, or people are like getting your attention, and you're like giving yourself to people that you don't even know if they really deserve you. You know, it's like, I just feel like this is a time where a lot of you spend time with yourself, be intimate with yourself tonight, like, and over these next 48 hours, really be intimate and really focus in. And don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to cut things off anymore. Don't be afraid to change and be someone new now. Don't be afraid to be really you. I think a lot of people have all year been trying to do the right thing and been trying to work, and they have been neglecting their real selves to an extent. A lot of people this year have been wearing a mask in a way to protect themselves. And that's been Saturn Capricorn. Like, a lot of people are kind of like incognito or like in disguise because they're working towards things, but they're still figuring things out inside. So now this is the end of Jupiter and Scorpio, you guys. This is the very end of Scorpio of Jupiter Scorpio, and we're moving into different territory now. We're moving into free lands. I'm thinking of the Rumi quote where he says, there is a land beyond, I think it's like, there is a land beyond something, something in doubt, something, something, I'll meet you there. I can't think of it right now, but it's kind of like that. It's like, wherever you want to go now, just meet yourself there. Like, just imagine every night before bed or in the morning, you meeting yourself where you want to be, like shaking your own hand, walking into your own palace, walking into your own whatever. See yourself, meet yourself, be yourself, you know? We're beyond this realm. We're not limited to this realm. We can do way more than what we believe is possible. And we have a lot of energy. We have a lot of access to energy that is so beyond us. And we're so guided that we don't ever need to limit ourselves for anything or anyone. So I really feel that this is just going to be a time of big transformations on an emotional and soul level. And don't fight the current. Don't fear it. Don't fear it. Face it. Don't fear it. You can't get over anything you don't face. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. And I'm glad that a lot of you are saying your happiness is coming first and you're focusing on yourself. I feel like my tribe, like people who follow me, are like that in general. Because I feel like a lot of you all understand that to really, truly just be a lover, it does mean to love you first. It means to love it. To really know love is to love yourself. And I feel like a lot of you, it is best to focus on yourself. If you don't know what else to focus on right now, focus on you. If you don't know what you want to do, just focus on you. You will never, ever go wrong by doing you. You will never go wrong by focusing on yourself. You will miss nothing. You will not miss out on anything if you are focusing on yourself. And that's that. So I love you guys. I really, really do. Eroy said it took me 40 years. And you know what? Cheers to another 40, because at least you did it. There are people who are 80. They ain't done it yet. You know what I mean? Cheers to another 40. Aw, thank you, Christy. I love my tribe. So I'm going to light this sage. If you guys want, you can just breathe with me before I go, and I'll answer some questions, or I'll talk in the chat a little bit. But I'm going to head out soon. Love is here, and it never left. It never left, Liz. It never left. You know, I feel like I'm here to just bring love. I'm not here to be nobody. I'm not here to say I'm anything. I'm here to just spread love. And y'all are going to see, those of you that have Jupiter in Sagittarius, y'all are going to thrive. You are going to thrive next year because you are finally going to find the fucking courage in yourself to be love, to be love. Sagittarius energy, this Jupiter in Sagittarius is going to help everybody be love, be adventure, embody what it is you're wanting to experience, and just go do it. Just go do it. Like, you can only sit and plan for so long. You can only sit and think about your problems for so long before you act, before you start a tsunami, start a twister, start something up. Like, there, you can only sit and like feel into failure for so long before your spirit goes, your spirit will detach. Like, there's and Jupiter and Sagittarius, 2019 is when people are just going to let go. Like, it's just going to be when this people let go, because we have suffered so much in 2018. The spirit cannot be contained anymore. We can't be so self-analytical anymore. We have to just go. We have to just go. Fuck it. Like, just see what happens. It's better to see what happens than to just have always sat back and wondered. Someone said, when's the last time you saw growth? Elise, growth with what? I can't wait for 2019 either. I'm sending all of you my love, and let's burn some of this. I'm pretty sure Sunday is when I'm going to do the paper ritual. I'm pretty sure when the moon is in Capricorn, once it gets closer to Saturn on Sunday, is when I'm going to do the paper burning ritual. And you guys know on my Instagram, I'll post like what I'm going to write. But I just want to focus on like bliss, like what the intentions I want to set, and what I want to focus on the clearing of energy is so that people are more tapped into the freedom, their freedom, their bliss, like their courage. I feel like this Scorpio new moon has a lot to do with raw courage. Like, just be brave. So I am going to focus on a lot of that, just being brave spirited, because I think a lot of people now just need that push. I think that this Scorpio new moon is kind of like a push. For some of you, a push into the last dark room, but for some of you, it's a push out of the dark, and you've needed it. A lot of people have needed a little bit of a push. That's it, Pam. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. Oh, I love that. That's the first line. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. And I will meet all of y'all there. I will meet all of y'all there. It's not right or wrong. It's just living. It's just love. George, you could definitely do that. You could definitely do your own rituals there. You can do them on Sunday. I would always I feel like Sunday is a good day to do rituals in general because it's ruled by the sun and it's the last day of the week. So it's a day to really like receive healing energy. So that morning when you wake up, if you wanted to do that, but really I always say if I do it on Sunday, then really by that night, like before you go to sleep, you can set an intention before you go to bed that night that you receive it. So if you know that I did it that day, then that night before you go to bed, you set the intention that you're willing to receive it, that you're wanting to receive the energy. That's really all you have to do though. Just, you can do whatever you want, but just to set the intention within yourself that you're open to receive it. And you can do, someone said, how do you do your own ritual? You can do anything, really. You can write things down. You can light candles. Whatever puts you in a mood of peace, like whatever feels just calm to you. And if you're writing things down, you can, if you have any crystals, you could just kind of put your crystals out. You can light incense. You can dance. Some people like to just dance. Some people like to just have a drink and literally pray. Some people want to just pray and just have a drink. You know, whatever puts you in a spiritual space, whatever makes you feel peace is how a ritual starts. That's how you open the circle with peace. Oh, Sunday's your birthday, 11/11. Happy birthday. Yeah, a manifestation journal. Oh, that's what I was going to show you guys. I have a new moon journal. So on new moons, it's really good to write down affirmations. So I started this journal in, let me see. I can't see myself. In 2016, you guys, look at that. 2016, the new moon in Leo. I started this specific journal. And literally you can just have a journal and you just write affirmations. Like every new moon, I focus it on where that house it's going to be. So like, let's see. New moon in Libra, that new moon was exactly on my midheaven. So the first thing I wrote was, I am a star. You know, like you can just write affirmations and stuff, and you only use this journal for new moons. You know, if you have a manifestation journal, you only write in it to write down manifestations. Have a dream journal, you write down all your dreams. Have a, you know, imagination journal, you only write down things that you're imagining. But whatever you do, keep it in one space and don't mix it. Like I have this journal, and this is like astrology notes. Like this is when I write about my transits and I write about things that I'm going through. And then I have like my black journal, which is like all notes. Like this is just, I have just nothing but, it's like a grimoire. I even have pictures in it. Like it's just nothing but notes and just information of stuff. So if you keep journals, it's good to keep journals, but just make sure that you keep them clean and you keep them within a realm of one particular topic. So because if you keep, like, that's why with the energy cleanses, like I take that down as soon as the stream ends, because I'm not going to have energy that like linger like that. So we're just knock something down. But like as soon as the stream is over, I end people being able to sign up, because like that energy it's struck. You know what I mean? So same with that. If you want to write in journals, just make sure it's concise and you're keeping the same energy within that journal. That's how you harness things. You have to build consistency. That's why Virgo is real magic, where Pisces is like high illusion magic, right? But like Virgo is real magic, where if you do something consistently and you have it in your mind and you set an intention, you will manifest it as real magic. So the whole thing, what you need for ritual is, you need like the 12th house, you need a little bit of the 8th house, but what you also need is the 6th house, because you need to be concise, you need the right time, and you need consistency. So do things every new moon, every full moon. And I think that's it. Full moons, it's better to burn stuff. New moons, it's better to write stuff. But it's always good to just release shit. It's just release everything. Okay, you guys, I think I'm going to head out. Definitely comment on this video, like in the comment section, anything, if you guys have any more questions or anything that you want to say. Ooh, a house guide. That's cool. I've never even thought of doing that, Christina. But yeah, I love all of you. And simplest paradox, that's a really good point. I don't want to release my manifestations. Exactly. That's why when you burn things, it's when you're letting things go. When you want to harness something, you write it down. So I'm sending all of you my love and happy new moon in Scorpio. I feel like this is going to be a snowball effect. I feel like when this stream ends, really over the next few days and into the weekend, energy is going to build and become stronger. Simplest Paradox, yes, that is the one I screenshot sometimes with info, the black book. I call it my black, like my witch book. And yeah, I hope that you guys have an amazing new moon. So I'll be back when it's the full moon in Gemini. I'm going to do again. We're going to do the full moon in Gemini live stream and cleanse, but I'm going to start going live on Sundays like I did this last Sunday. I really want to start going live every single Sunday for the channel, like just to talk and do weekly insights. So I'm probably going to go live again later this week. And also I know I didn't put out November tarot readings, but it's because I wanted to wait until these shifts happen with the nodes and Jupiter. So I'm going to put out readings for all 12 of the signs now this week, moving into the weekend, based more on like these shifts and what to expect for the rest of November for all 12 of the signs. So I'm going to be doing all that. And I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. And I'll let you guys know when I do the cleanse. I'm almost positive though I'm doing it Sunday when the moon is in Capricorn and near Saturn. So good night. And as always, for the lovers, forever.